Welcome to the Southpaw Technology trial tutorial video. The goal of this video is to get you started on Tactic by showing you how to build a simple workflow and project. This video will demonstrate 3 Tactic features: how to create a Tactic workflow, how to start a project, and how to view the tasks and assets associated with the project you have just created. To help walk you through this tutorial, we are going to use a typical business use case, which in this example requires a corporate trainer to produce new training content for their organization. The corporate trainer source documents will require formatting, editing, and approval from collaborators and corporate executives. Step 1. Create a Tactic workflow. When you first log in, you will land on the Tactic dashboard, where there are 4 buttons at the top of the screen. Select the Workflows button. A Workflows tab is generated, and from here, click the Uncategorized Plus button in the left sidebar. An Add New Workflow form will appear. The first thing we will do is enter the name of the workflow. In this example, we are going to use Corporate Training Workflow. Next, enter each process name in the Processes field. This workflow will contain 3 process names in total. In this example, we entered Trainer submits first draft, Reviewer returns comments, and Trainer submits final draft. Now that the process names have been entered, you can click the Add button at the bottom of the form. To view the workflow you just created, navigate back to the Uncategorized folder and select Corporate Training Workflow from the left sidebar. Your workflow will appear in the Tactic Workflow canvas. Step 2. Create a Tactic project. Return to the Dashboard tab located at the top left of the screen. Click the Create Job button. A new job form will appear. Enter a brief description in the title field. In this example, we use Training Content and Approval. Next, select the start and finish dates using the calendar pop-up. If you do not have the start or end date, Tactic will set arbitrary dates that can easily be changed later. If you would like to add more description to the job you are creating, you can enter it in the Details field here. Next, select a workflow from the drop-down field. Select the workflow we just created called Corporate Training Workflow. Notice the visual workflow diagram that appears below. Once you have verified that this is the correct workflow for this job, press Create New Job. A Job tab is generated which contains the job details, the workflow associated with the job, and a list of tasks. As the administrator of this tutorial project, you have the user permissions to change the statuses and users of each task. In this example, we will change the status of the first task, Trainer submits first draft, from Assignment to Pending from the drop-down list. For all 3 tasks in this tutorial, assign each process to yourself using the drop-down in the Assign column. In this case, my login username is trialadmin. To save these changes, click the icon button located in the middle right of the screen. The statuses will update accordingly. In this example, the pending status triggers the following tasks to move to waiting. Step 3. View My Tasks and add assets. To view your tasks, go to the top left grid icon and select My Tasks from the drop-down. Ensure you have selected My Open Tasks on the menu bar above the task detail. Your assigned tasks will appear in the left-hand sidebar. Select the pending task we had just set in the previous step. To upload an asset to this task, click the Assets tab here. You can either drag and drop assets into the window or upload them from your computer. Once your upload is complete, press the Add Files to the Queue button on the left. If you are finished uploading your assets, press the Uploads File button. Once the upload is complete, press the Complete Task button in the upper right-hand corner here. Once the task is completed, return back to the Job tab. Notice that the statuses in the status column have changed. A completed task will trigger the following tasks to move to pending and waiting. Note, if you don't see the status changes, you may need to reload your browser. To view all the assets associated with the task, go back to the Job tab and click on Job Assets. Note that all Tactic administrators have the ability to set user permissions and access levels for all assets. Any assigned user to a job is able to add notes to a task. There are a couple of ways to do this. Notes can be added within the My Tasks view in the Notes tab here. In this example, we are creating a note in the process Trainer submits first draft. You can add an attachment in the Notes section if required. Press Add Note on the right. Note that the No Preview thumbnail is reserved for a user profile picture. Another way to add a note is through the Task tab in the Task Detail using the paper pen icon. A pop-up window will appear. Go to the Jobs Notes tab provided and add a note. To review notes, go back to the Notes tab. In this case, I reloaded the tab with a right click to ensure I would be able to see the most recent notes. This video demonstrated a simplified preview of a Tactic workflow. Our customers have built enterprise-scale workflows with hundreds of nodes and automated features, including integration with other major applications such as Salesforce, Microsoft 365, including Sharepoint, and the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. Southpaw's Tactic product is a leading workflow orchestration and digital asset management product platform for any type of enterprise. Please contact us at contact@southpawtech.com to get access to your free trial and for more information. Thank you for watching.